Hi, and as I've often mentioned to you guys, that is the people that are regularly watching my videos and whatever. Not many of you, bless your heart. I'll just do an invite now. I haven't done this a bit. This is how I do letters because, as you know, I'm dyslexic. So I've just had a letter. Well, you'll see when I do the video. And then to my best ability, of course, it might accidentally get shown publicly because I do think there's public interest here. As you see when I do it. Whatever. And no, I'm not mad. This is a very efficient way for me because I am dyslexic. It would take me hours to type a letter, get it? And then think, and this is how I do it. And yeah. And anyone else out there is dyslexic? I know you can get voice things and you can get software that you can speak to and it types. I can't. I'd rather do this for various things. You know, this thing of a people say. So this is to a Shea Pickthall, older adult mental health team, community psychiatric nurse, Dr. Grace Hospital, Elgin, phone number 01343 567 558. And do the reference number because my reference number sent to me is it's my date of birth 2111512338. Your reference, or it says our reference here, SP/AD, dated the 14th of January. Right. It says, it says, it's not me. Private and confidential. Mr. Graham Clark, 6 St Andrews Road, yeah, right. Dear Mr. Clark, you have been referred to the community mental health nursing team. Yeah. By a Dr. Pretorius, I'll spell that, but it is Pretorius. Now, first off, I've never met this cunt. Get it? So I'm being referred, by someone that has never actually met me. So, of course, warning bells go up. Is this cunt on some power trip? You know, why is he referring me if I've never met the cunt? We carry on. And as such, here you go, I would plan to visit you at your home with my colleague, Estelle Buchanan, right, on Wednesday, the 5th of February, 2 p.m. I would be obliged if you could confirm this appointment on the above number. 01343 567 558. It's just flashing. This is going to my MP. This is a breach. Clear. You're getting paranoid, but I've never met this doctor. Get it? So how the fuck is he making an appointment for me? On what basis? This is where this is going now to my MP. Right. And a few other cunts. Right. Please note, as part of their training, nursing students complete fieldwork placements, and the student may be accompanying me on this visit. Should you feel this would be difficult for you, please let me know when you confirm your appointment. Well, first off, love, I'm telling you to fuck off. I valid my privacy. I don't, have any respect for you fucking psychiatric idiot cunts. And that's my opinion, of the whole Maury psychiatric system. And I'm entitled to that opinion. People with my condition, right, are accredited with genius. Yeah, sorry about that. And people with my condition, far from being idiot cunts, are very, very intelligent, and they can see through, just by touching this letter, I get like a psychic link. Yeah, I mean, right. Oh dear. People who can substantiate this feeling, as I'm not a deluded cunt, are the Spiritualist Church, which I am a member. Yes, we're channeling now. Right. I am a member of the Gosport Spiritualist Church. And I was introduced to the Gosport Spiritualist Church, which is in Hampshire, at a very early age. But I am a formal member. And that means I've been introduced to the whole science, technology of mediumship. The mediumship is just another word for now channeling. Yeah. Mediums profess, as do spiritualists profess, that they can be impressed or communicate with people who are no longer in the physical form, i.e. dead people. And this is a recognized religion. They hold their meetings as a religion. You know, there's prayer, there's singing of hymns, get it? And then the medium, who isn't actually a pastor, although it can be actually, gives an address, generally from the Bible, and then there is the demonstration of mediumship. So it's just like a church. A Gospel Spiritualist Church is like a church. You walk in it, there's, you know, Jesus, you know, crucifix, you know, whatever, rare, and stalls like you get into a normal church. A bit different. Yeah, at the end of the church, it then goes into another room. And this is where the real work takes place. And this is where you can have a cup of tea. So everybody coming to the church is invited. Well, after the meeting, if you've got anything you want to share or meet people, be very accessible. You're welcome to join us for a cup of tea. So I'm just setting the trip. This is how Spiritualist churches are run. In general, well, actually, they are. Remember the South Sea Spiritualist Church. It's a similar pattern. You go there, there'll be a meeting, and there'll be a well-acclaimed medium. If you go to South Sea, see, they can afford to pay mediums who are well-recognised as being very good. You know, again, you pay your money. Of course, there's a collection. Because, yeah, these mediums have got to be paid to come and whatever, rare. So I'm also connected with the South Sea Spiritualist Church. Oh, I've also done a course in psychic development. And that was in South Sea. And all this can be accredited. So I'm not some cunt talking out his arse, get it? I've got credentials and things to back all this up. I have taken a course in psychic development in South Sea. But we'll go back to Gosport. So I was taken to Gosport Church by my father. That's Jack Clark. So I've got to bring him in. Oh, he's a very interesting person. See what's going on. Right. Clark, for you Scottish people, right, means clerk. And for you Scottish people who are into clans, the priest clan, which is Clark, clerk, right? Rare, we have our own tartan. So I can, I've got one here somewhere, wear a tartan. The priest clan. And that is my, if you like, history. And this can be done generically. Oh, yeah, the Clarks. Get it again. All names have some significance. We're getting a bit of a lesson now. Clarks or Clark means priest, clerk. So I am actually, officially, formally, a member of the Clark or clerk clan. And I have a tartan. And I've been to Culloden. And not only that, another trip. I have had my tartan made, get it? I've had a kilt made and all that. And this is a local lassie based in, oh dear, come on, Graham, just down the road. And she's well known. That's what she does for a living, is to make people kilts. And they're made to measure. Obviously, it's a thing like a kilt, and I'm a fat fuck. You know, you have to be measured up. Oh, come on, Graham. Oh, Burghead. Yeah. Can't be many tartan makers in Burghead. Oh, there you go. Her husband runs a recording studio in Burghead. So that'll make it easier for you. Oh, I know I'm being checked out. Doesn't matter. I've got nothing to hide. Quotes with humour. I'm not a lying fucked pig. Everything I said in all my videos can be all substantiated, but I do get data wrong. Right, well, there you go. It's a trip. Well, when was this done, Graham? I couldn't fucking tell you. What year was it? Couldn't tell you. Like that, there is a thing, block numbers. I just say, how long have you been living at 6 St Andrews Road? I couldn't fucking tell. It'd be a guess. When did you move in there? Oh, fucking no. You get it? That is the sort of person you're dealing with. Dyslexic. Dates, numbers, things can get all, because it's all one. Whoa. Yeah. In reality, time is all one. And for certain individuals, that is how they function. The past, the future, get it? And the present are all one. Now, that's a mind fuck, but that's an accepted concept in science now. All time is one. The eternal now. Now, these are scientific things that are being discovered in the scientific laboratory, right? So again, I'm not some crazy cunt, exact opposite. Get it? There's probably no cunt more turned on this planet than me, but I wouldn't know that. I know the level of channeling that I bring through. Again, see this is just a letter, but it's bringing all this information out. I'm channeling. So, back to the letter. Right, an appointment, contact you. Well, this is back to you, but I will obviously phone you. But it's brought some very interesting channeling. I've never met Mr. Pretorius, so I'd like to know on what grounds he can actually make an appointment for me. What is this based on? Then there might be a perfectly rational answer, get it? Oh, well, Mr. Clark, everybody over 68 who has or whatever, right, who has a psychiatric condition, we offer this service. Get the trip. Offer. Because someone like me, who really prizes his privacy, because this is a sacred space here, and I've shared this with Facebook. Oh, yeah. They're meant to be delivering $750,000 US. I mean, delivering to my home. And they're meant to be delivering a car to my home. And I've made it clear to them, we can look around. I've got no room to entertain people, right? Because I've got like a shrine in my living room. We've got, pyramid set up. And that's my own. That's my sacred space. So I said to them, yes, you can come to my house and be prepared. Well, obviously they're prepared for that. I nip in the car with the necessary documents, get it, driving license, passport, plus the fact they know me to fuck, the amount of, every time I send an email, I send a picture, nearly every time. So they know exactly what I look like. They come to the address because that confers, yes, I live at such and such, yeah, and then I just this is how I envisage it's going to happen. Oh, yeah, right. And we drive to the Asda supermarket, which has got nice tables. I might be in Saki, might treat them to a cup of coffee. Oh, yeah, they're just doing their job. Oh, the amount of hustlers that I've come across, and that's a pattern. Just recently, I've had to post a photograph of a lady called Cheryl, what the fuck, whatever. Well, no, we'll make it because this is going to go, right, well, this is going to the fucking, excuse me, MP. Oh, yeah, there's issues here. A Sheryl Sandberg, who purportedly was second in command. Well, Sheryl Sandberg, this is for you, Mr. Zuckerberg, tried to touch me up for 250 quid in the context that I've got to make this payment for activation fees, which I've challenged. I said, what is this? No cunt's got back to me to say, right. But again, she could be hacked. Now, this is what I'm trying to get through to you, Mr. Zuckerberg. But you're so proud and arrogant, and numerous times I've made this assessment in the spirit that people, quote, have hacked your email addresses. So I think I'm in communique, get it, with Facebook operatives, when in fact it is, gotta swear, Nigerian scam, filth, cunt shit, terrorists. So let's get that clear. I'm hypothetically saying that these people are actually terrorists, not just scam filth. That's bad enough. So these are possibly, see, magic word, active terrorists. And you can see why I conjecture. You constantly keep contradicting yourself. You constantly say, yes, you can speak to this person, or this is the person, get it? Then you'll say, no, this is the person. Well, anyway, one thing, good news. I have fairly concluded myself, and I won't give away, because again, these terrorists are probably monitoring this, that the Rosemary, that's all I need to say, is the genuine person I send to. I won't give out a thing, doesn't matter. And that all these other cunts are cunts. And that is including this person who claims she's Sheryl, oh, fucking hell, Sandberg. Yeah. And if you see the photograph, that's it. That probably is Sheryl. Because I mean, this is how fucked up the internet is. Get it? And I've shared that. People can hack your email address. So it's not worth the ink it's printed in, get it, that someone sends you, this is just for everybody, an internet email with a photograph with it, and you can reckon, well, that's fucking Mark Zucker cunt. Get it? You can recognise who it is, but it isn't Mark Zuckerberg. Get it? That's the level that hacking's got. So, hypothetically, I'm fairly confident that I have got the right connection. And again, I obviously refrain from that. You know, Rosa, it could be anybody. Rose me, fuck, big cunt, or whatever. And I have sent Rose me, fuck, big cunt, whatever, £150 rare. And in my estimations, ooh, fucking hell mess. 150 rare for, oh yeah, I owe 300 quid. Now that's getting pretty low now, because we've been here before, Mark. Get it? It's come down to a reasonable level, and then suddenly it's all blown out. Suddenly I get a little email, oh, we shared that. Sorry, that £1,150 you've just paid, rare, was only valid for 30 days, rare. Right? Sound familiar? And that's supposedly from, see what I mean? It's supposedly from Kate Tim, but that could have been Nigerian cunt shit terrorists, get it? Then there was the incident of, oh yeah, I sent the fee, funny, £1,000 odd, and this was to the FBI. Oh, I've got my wires crossed. Hold on, Graham. Oh no, that was that one. But this is the other one. I sent a payment. Yeah, quite a big payment. Again, about £1,000. And again, a Freudian slip. I'd sent it to the wrong contact in Nigeria. Again, this is the spirit. See, this is it. There's no such thing as a mistake. This was a deliberate mistake to expose this issue. Get it? So I sent over £1,000. Then I'm told, well, it wasn't quite that. I was told, it doesn't matter. Oh, the person's been killed. Right? Okay, but we followed the trip along. Oh, well, that's rather sad and whatever. But if he was supposedly an employee of Facebook, even though it is rather delicate, shall we say, but that was his job, or one of them, whatever, that Facebook could just contact them and say, I'm very sorry, but such and such and such and such has been sent £1,000 in his role, get it as a thing, I'm afraid we need it back. Oh, yeah, see, there's two ways of that. Well, yeah, right, just because he's been killed, the bank account was still open, and his relatives, again, it is a bit embarrassing, well, they could see it. Again, unless their fees, oh, well, this money's been paid in, and it's obviously, because that's his job, supposedly. So he's paid money, then he pays it to Facebook, and he probably got a commission, whatever, but right. So they can see that on the bank statement, it's clear as shit. But anyway, long story short, Facebook get back to me via Kate Tim, and if it was Kate Tim, get it? And say, well, I'm very sorry, we can't retrieve the money, quote, you'll have to pay it again. Yeah. Right, we'll get on with this shit, because this is supposed to be, I hope you find this interesting. Rare. We'll go back to you, Mrs. Shea Pickthall. Now, in the spirit, and this might not mean anything to you, I'm having quite a few altercations with my next door neighbour. Right. Now, I'm just saying this in the spirit, meaning this could be why you've been contacted and why. I see I've had this happen so many times, yeah, same sort of trip. Hi, Matty. Great. I'm doing this, so I can't but hi. Right, rather important letter. All right. Thank you, but nice to see you. And yeah, your iPhone's probably been nicked, love. And again, I've explained that circumstantial. I just got to the post office in time. They were closing up. So in a sense, they didn't even want to serve me. So it's a rush job. Oh, I paid for it, put the parcel across, they weigh it, paid the fee, but I didn't get a receipt because they're in a hurry. But it's all done, and they've put the airmail things. There's nothing hokey pokey there. It was accepted into the postal service, but the trip is I've got no proof that I sent it. So I can't claim any compensation, and well, that doesn't help you anyway. And I'm afraid it does look like it's been stolen. But it was in a big brown bag, very light, loads of padding. There's only a little phone, get it, and a thing. And it's a show. I brought you an adapter. That cost 20 quid. But anyway, but the adapter is quite fair. But it's a brilliant universal adapter that you could plug into any socket. You know, it's designed for travellers. And it had three, won't make you all. It had four USB connectors, so you could have your iPad, your fucking phone, get it all being charged. Anyway, quality. Nothing the best but for my godchild, yeah. So I did all this and got your lead, everything you would need, right, lightning lead there. It had a case, leather case. It had been well protected, but that doesn't matter now, does it? Wrapped up with loads of bloody bubble shit, right, and a big brown bag. And I told them at the time, is this okay? He said, oh, no, that's all right. So it was just a big bag, but a proper bag, all designed, cushioned to fuck. Your phone would have been safe. But some cunt has possibly opened it, as you do. There might have been some indication on the outside whether it had been insured. Yeah. Now, that means then the thief would know that this isn't covered by insurance, and so it's a lot harder to trace. Get it? They could rip it off and there wouldn't be a problem. If it's insured, I or you could get onto the postal service and say, excuse me, where the fuck's my parcel? And you've got proof. That's it. I could send you proof of postage, the number, get it, and you could get compensation. Because you pay for it. You pay so much for up to 50 quid rare, so much for 100 quid rare. You just give it a value. But see how sus what's happened. The thief was known, and it is obviously a post office worker. Oh, I'm all right. I can rip this off, and it's just pot luck. And the cunt picked, well, fucking iPhone 5 in there. Well, yeah, they're done well. Anyway, I've got to get on with this, Matty. This is, they're all in. Right, so backtrack. All the people have been named, right? It's to a Shea Pickthall, community psychiatric nurse. The other character involved is a so-called I did read her name, I haven't got my glasses. So basically, yeah, the trip is, on the authority of this doctor who has never met me, 4 people have been troops or intending to troops into my home without my authority or wishes. I haven't been consulted. And the students are going to come along. Well, I just can't entertain that, and I don't want to entertain it. So no, thank you, Mrs. Shea Pickthall. No, thank you, Dr. Pretorius, who I haven't ever met. I don't wish a team of workers and whatever to visit my home. I don't need your services. Thank you very much. Right, I'm perfect health. I have got a physical health issue, but that's being followed up by my MP, Douglas Ross. And that's a perfectly down to earth, nothing mad about that, rare. I've got a blood clot in my leg and I'm finding it very troublesome to move about, and I've recently applied for mobility allowance and it was refused. So I'm contesting that via my MP, Douglas Ross. Needless to say, Douglas Ross will get a copy of this. I'll put a little covering note because I'll try and be quick. What is it? Oh, it's only 27 minutes. I'll just put a note with it. This is about a so-called appointment that's been made by a Dr. Pretorius, right? And I've never met the cunt. He understands how I speak. Oh, I see. I don't want the appointment, don't need it, and I'd like to know how or why this appointment's been made. That's fair enough. Right. I have got quite a bit of altercation going on with my next door neighbour. Right, this is it. Right. Don't like him and he doesn't like me. The feelings mutual. Since that cunt fucks off, the better. But that's my feelings. Right. And I'm entitled to that. Why? Here's your trip. I can do. He, I believe, is illegally running a diving business from his home. Now, what does this mean? This means that I constantly hear clunk, 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 clunk coming through my ceiling roof. And it isn't people walking about, get it? I would conjecture it's him moving around gas bottles that you use for diving, because that's his job. Now, well, you're the MP, this is you, Douglas Ross. I would feel that it's illegal to store such gas bottles in a home, that they will be considered a fire risk or whatever. Well, I mean, I might be wrong, but that can be verified. He hasn't got a business, get it? He's got a van, and yes, these gas bottles, like fucking aqualung shit, right, are being stored here. It's like my own, it's just, right? And if that's the case, I'd like that looked into, please. No, it's not tit for tat, it's just tat for tat. This is out of order if he's doing that. And it's a fire risk. And it's illegal. That's it. It's as simple as that. No, you're not meant to fucking store diving bottles in your home. You're meant to have a business and it's locked up and not where someone's living. Get it? But maybe the cunt hasn't bothered to do that. Now, why? Well, there's lots of reasons why. He's been complaining to the council about my overgrown garden. Again, this is another issue for you. The trip is, and I'm disabled, so I can't really do it myself, get it? That it's ivy, but I had a garden around here, and he said, well, actually, the root of this ivy is coming from your next door neighbour's garden. So that meant if this went to court, and that would be revealed, he would have to pay for my garden that is overrun with ivy and all the rest of it, to have it removed. And there'd be a decision made. It's as simple as that. You know, the fiscal, right, yeah, well, I'm afraid you've got to pay for it. It's the thing. And of course, I'm not going, you come in, you can clear my garden of ivy, fuck around, you know. It's not I'm deliberately letting my garden be overrun because I'm some nature freak. Well, I am a bit of that. I do like my garden to be wild. But obviously there's a wild and there's a wild, and the ivy's gone all over the grass, everything. Yeah, and it's come into my greenhouse. So yes, I would want it cleared, but yes, I would want an independent assessment remade of, well, the root of this ivy, I don't even know his name, such and such, is actually in your garden. So he's made the complaint, get it? So, oh yeah, we'll go ahead, but you're going to have to pay for it. Yeah? Don't you get the trip? Just because it's all over my garden, the actual root of the problem, the ivy, get it, is in his garden. And that's where the decision would be made. Now, it could go a bit the other way. Well, actually, it's both of your gardens, so he's got to pay half. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to pay it. Yeah, just hypothetically moving, yeah, whatever. But that's that trip, and that's been going on for years. And the gas bottle thing's been going on for years. At first, I used to think it was his kids. Well, there was a bit of that, actually. I believe that I've complained to the council about this. You can check this up, Mr. Ross. Didn't get a lot of support there. Oh, and that bitch. Well, this can all, no, it's all an issue. Right, so I complained to the right council department. Oh, come on. Matty. Oh, right, Matt. That's it. Use the comment box, Matty. I can't stop. I can, but I'm channeling. I'm writing an important letter. Can't see. But you sussed that. Yeah, because you said Matty, I can see it. Matty Gadaga joined. Right. So you know how to access this. If it's a real emergency, yes, I've explained about your phone. It's very unfortunate. Ugh. It was posted right before the post office closed. So basically, they didn't even want to serve me, but they did, because I was in the post office, get it, and they tried to close the doors, thinking it was just, you know, can I buy this card or something? But it was an official transaction. But it went, and I paid for it, but I didn't get a receipt. Maybe the till would have to get it. So, what's possibly happened is that it didn't get, I didn't pay any insurance. That's it. They just did it as a basic parcel. I noticed that. Normally you're asked, well, what's this worth? Oh, all right. And that didn't happen. And the thief, who's obviously a worker in your post office, sussed, this hasn't been assessed as any value. But I don't know about that. Rare. It means he could have stolen it and there'd been less chance of it being revealed. Get it? If I'd have got the number and the receipt, I could relay that to you and you could go to the post office with that information and they would pay you compensation had it been insured. So we go round the circle. I'm sorry, Matty, that's probably what's happened. It's been stolen because it wasn't insured. And the purse, it could still turn up though. That's another trip. Oh, Philippines is made up of loads of little islands, as you know. It's not just one big solid landmass, although there are, get it. So it could have got fucked about and mislaid again, you know, and still could possibly even turn up. This is well known. Parcels turn up months later. Lots of things. Sorry, Matty. Got to get on with this. Right. Yeah, I might have lost my gist, see. So this letter, which I've got here, right, I can send to you, Douglas Ross, and you can please look into this. But I'm making it very clear. I'll phone them. Obviously, it's Saturday now. I will phone them, do all that I've done now, and, you know, I don't want the appointment thing, and conjecturing, right, because this is what people like me have to do. Right, yeah, we'll follow up that trip. Now, because I've got this thing going on with my neighbour, well, I often get up at 2 or 3 in the morning. Why? To video chat with my goddaughter in the Philippines because of the time lapse, and that's a common occurrence. But I'm just talking like I am now. I'm not shouting at the top of my head. I'm not playing fucking rock music. Get it? And the other trip is, if this is an annoyance to him, he can phone me up. Get it? Yeah. Hello, Mr. Clark. This is Waller Cunt Brain of number whatever it is. Yeah, number 4. I am finding your phone calls that you're doing at 3 o'clock in the morning a bit disturbing. But then what's my polite answer? Well, I'm very sorry about that, Mr. Fuckbrain that lives at number 4. I suggest you get some soundproofing installed. Why? Because when I went to the council, similar sort of trip, I've got all these clunking and fucking sounds like their bottles, get it, all our times, you know, all the day basically, and it's disturbing me. If I want to be quiet, I've got this clunk, clunk, get it, and it's just blown out. The general response was, this is for the relevant department. You can find that, you know, in Elgin that deserve with this sort of issue. So that'd be easy to trace, you know, neighbourhood disturbance. And we got through to a lady, got a letter back. Oh, here's another double trip. Got an email back, basically to just, you can't really do anything. Yeah, it's a civil matter. Oh, that's it. There's your trip. May I suggest you pay and get some soundproofing? Me, get it, pension, right. Well, I'd have thought the fair thing was that he's got to fucking soundproof it better. He's causing his neighbour disturbance. That he has got to make sure his home's adequately soundproof so it isn't causing his neighbour disturbance. But that's just my gist. And again, that's another thing for you, Doctor, you know, Mr. Ross, to look into. What is the legal situation here? Because I'm a penniless bum pensioner. I can't fucking afford to have soundproofing. But we followed the trip through. Right. So I'm making phone calls to my goddaughter 3 o'clock in the morning because that's it. Oh, there's another thing. Right. Now, this could be. But again, a phone call away. It's just a further away. Right. I do these. What I'm doing now. Right. And I'm a lay Baptist priest, and a lot of people, these are done, right? Educational videos, ministry, incorporate me quoting from the Bible. What's this sort of, so I'll check the time. No, it's only 12 o'clock. A very popular one of my videos is the agape I took, right? And in this agape, I encourage all the brethren who are there, you know, it's a meeting, to close their eyes, and we're going to go back to the Garden of Gethsemane. So any Christian I know, you know, what's all this about? This is Jesus prior to him being crucified. Well, in the Bible, you know, for many Christians, it's the crux of the Bible, because it's Jesus sweating blood. It's in the scripture. And so this is an agape meeting, and I'm doing it on this theme, the emotional sufferings of Christ. That was its title. And then I go on, well, yes, it's bad enough he had nails stuck in him and all that, and that wasn't a bottle of laughs, in contemporary language, right? But I said a lot of people don't appreciate the emotional suffering that Christ went through. So I'm giving them an example in a meeting, right? And I give that example. I go back to the Garden of Gethsemane. Well, we go back. Our imaginations get ourselves right. Close your eyes. So it's like a guided meditation. But then I enact the parts. So I'm now Jesus, get it, sharing his heart. That's a Christian concept, right? Oh, well, I've got to go and be crucified, but I will rise again in 3 days. So he's just sharing his heart. But obviously, you sweat blood. Meaning, as a human, you were shit scared. Anybody would be, unless you've got 5 brain cells not working, get it? The thought of having to have nails put through your right, it's a well-known means of punishment or death that the Romans used. So Jesus wasn't the only person crucified. Thousands of people. So it's well known. And that's what he's sharing, this is coming. And this ties in with the scripture that he had thousands, it's even numbered, 30,000 angels he could call upon who could physically interject. Yeah, that's scripture. It's not me. Get it? I've been told, no, that's scripture. It's numbered. I think it's 30 again. Numbers, dyslexic, rare. Might be 30,000 rare. Oh, it's 31,000 rare. You got to get. This is the pathetic shit I'm against. People who don't want to hear the truth and intellectually, try to trash it. It wasn't 30,000. It's 35 rare. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. A large number of angels then, at his command. That's scripture. So Jesus, in theory, could have called down the angelic kingdom, and they would have physically interjected, and there would have been possibly some kind of conflict, and a lot of Roman soldiers would have been slaughtered. Oh, yeah. These are angels that you can't actually kill, armed with swords, and they would have slaughtered the fuck out of the well, there's a Freudian slip. Yeah, out of the Roman Empire. But that wasn't to be. But that's why Jesus is special. He was tested to the nth degree, meaning he went through an excruciating, painful death, but knowing he was going to rise again, yes, but it wasn't a barrel of laughs. So we do owe Jesus and many other avatars. That's another trip. Many other avatars, that's God's minister, agent on earth, have been through a very similar fate. See, it's a pattern. They have sacrificed themselves for the benefit of all. And this goes way back to the Inca tradition. Neil Young, as a prophet, was led back to this time. And it talks about how people sacrificed so that others could go on. That was part of the Inca tradition, get it? Those people that were sacrificed were chosen, yes, but they did it willingly. So apparently months before this sacrifice, they had women, wine, whatever, but did have an understanding that, well, this isn't actually death. And I'm special. I've been chosen to be the sacrificial lamb, if you like. And as it's portrayed, maybe rightly or wrongly, but people were slaughtered with a knife, so fairly quickly, and they gave their blood, and their blood, yeah, that happened. It's an ancient thing. rare. And there's Neil Young, Picked Up in the Spirit, fantastic song, very famous song. It comes Cortez, the Killer. Yeah. Now, if you check that out, that's what he's talking about, going back in time, meeting this beautiful lady, get it? And he's talking about the whole way of life, how people did, stones, and along the way, yeah, many people died on the way. So they're going to attend some kind of ritual, but many people actually died. Again, all part of the process. And that how Cortez, the killer, right, came, I don't even know if he's either Portuguese or Spanish or one of the six, right? And how he came and he deceitfully killed the king. There you go, in a nutshell. So what's going on? These people land with all their metal helmets and shit, and the local people were a bit freaked out, but the king had a sus. Get it? Right? He had it together, well, okay, they might have these acts and whatever the fuck, but he wasn't going to bow down and worship them, get it? But yeah. And then there was prophecies that people would come, and they'd never seen a boat. You can imagine the trip. And Cortez took advantage of this. So he got right to see the king. And then he, well, it's his legend, got hold of the king and put a knife to his throat. Right? This is the king. This is their God on earth, get it? And he tells him, tell them to put their arms down. Right? So they do. They're armed, but the thing, and then they're slaughtered. Literally slaughtered, because they've got guns and that. It wasn't any right for you macho men. This wasn't a fair fight. Fuck off, cunts. And that's why he is magical. Then he does kill the king. And then they rip the fuck of them, of all their gold. And they had loads of gold everywhere. But it's a religious symbol. They weren't using it as we in the West use it. Get it? Yeah. It had religious connotations. Gold is a very special metal. So they made their statues of gold, get a thing of gold. But they themselves lived very simple. That's what Neil Young said, very simple life. There's no wine, women, and fucking discos and no, they lived a very sacred, simple life. But they did have lots of gold. And it was used as a spiritual significance, because gold is a very special metal. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. So that's what Cortez the Killer's all about. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, there are certain bands, Dave Matthews Band. Oh, it's covered quite a lot. It's a fantastic song and a very special song. Cortez the Killer. And that's Neil Young for you. And I've gone into it, yeah. These musicians are fucking prophets, some of them. These musicians are fucking used by the Spirit. Far from all these stupid, excuse me, cunts. They don't like rock music, music of the devil. Well, if that isn't the powers of darkness corrupting the truth, rock music has some incredible spiritual teaching within it. Oh, God. I better get off this topic, because I could talk for hours and hours and hours about the spiritual teaching that has come through rock music with those with open ears and eyes. Get it? Just open-minded. Oh, you shouldn't listen to the Rolling Stones, but then you as an open-minded person do. And fuck me, Sympathy for the Devil. Yeah. I'll just do that one. I was round when Jesus Christ had his moments of doubt and pain. I stopped there. That's what was happening in the Garden of Gethsemane. Jesus was having his moments of doubt and pain. Pain is the mental anguish. I don't, sorry, don't really want to go through with this, God, rare. And he did ask, actually, in prayer, Blessed Father, can you take this cup, symbolic, from me? Meaning this role to be crucified. Right, he asked, but it wasn't granted. And he did go a test of faith. Of course it is. It's not so much faith, but just going through a painful experience. But as people will tell you, and Jesus found, that when people are wrongly burnt at the stake, put through these atrocious killings, I know all about that. Witches, Maury. We go, oh yeah, Maury hasn't got a good track record. There's a very famous place, and you'll know this, Mr. Ross, in Forest. And there's a stone there. And this is where witches were burnt and rolled down a hill. Now, where's that at? Yeah, where is that at? Nowhere, basically. So Maury hasn't got a good record. One of my titles is I'm a eclectic witch. At the time, it's on Facebook, I've given this title. What the hell's an eclectic witch? Yeah. So I had to look it up, but it fitted me like a shell. I'm someone who's spiritually aware, but isn't closed and has looked into many different things. Tarot cards, get it? All these sort of things that are actually, supposedly, again, it's your powers of darkness, banned and shunned upon. Yeah. They're trying to keep you ignorant. That's exactly it. Yeah. Powers of darkness have got some power. They haven't got the power because the mantra through that is God is in charge. That's your mantra. That's your focusing. Whatever appears to be happening in your life, and it could look like the powers of darkness are winning or whatever, but in reality, God is in charge. So, eclectic witch is one of my hats I can wear. And that means I am someone that is gifted with supernatural powers. See, there's another, powers of miraculous healing, powers of discernment, rare, powers of cutting word, rare. We'll stop there. Oh yeah, people don't like someone who brings the cutting word. But anyone who's a mature spiritual seeker accepts the cutting word, because you can go away and pray about it. This person's just said, I'm not not a Christian because I don't give 10% tithing. Now, of course, all their buttons and who the fuck's he to tell me this and that? That is the Bible. Yeah. That is an injunction from the Bible. We, as supposed practicing Christians, get it? So how we come that, are meant to give 10% of our earnings to charity. And that's another twist. Very significant twist. If tithing had been and is being implemented, majority of all the suffering, all the injustice in the world will be solved nearly overnight. Look at how much money the Vatican's stored up. So imagine me, going to the Vatican and said, I'm a God's representative on earth, I'm a channel, and the teacher of angels and men is passing through me. Now that's got to be assessed, as a trip. And there's probably quite a few of us. The teacher of angels and men. So I can go there, I'm a channel, and maybe that teacher is sometimes your other trip. And maybe my brother, Dave Clark, who is a Hell's Angel, comes through, can't you see? Yeah, that's what's been going on, and I've now had that revealed to me. Well, I've known my brother was me gatekeeper, but he actually comes through. And as brothers, we're brothers, we're that close, we were brothers, right? And he committed suicide, so that's all verifiable, But in the spiritualist religion and many other religions that are on tap, there's no death. But the spiritualism is attacked because they just wouldn't even bat an eyelid. Someone went to the spiritualist church and said, there's a guy here says he's channeling his dead brother, right? It's just a word, but it means brings through, wouldn't bat an eyelid, because that's what they're all about. Oh, yeah, I channel what's its granddad and all this shit. Yeah, and it's just a fact of life to them. They aren't going to get paranoid. Oh, they aren't going to go to this doctor. Get it? If it is. Because they would understand. Right, we've got to finish it. Right. So as well as me ringing up my goddaughter at 3 o'clock in the morning, quite like I'm doing now, not really a lot of noise, is it, but I do this at 3 o'clock, and when we turn the chip round, if it's a disturbance, here I have to get some soundproof installed. Yeah. And I'm sure there isn't a court in the land that wouldn't agree with that. Well, tough shit, because that's what's been said to me. Get it? Oh, tough shit, you got this noise. We're not going to get involved. And I suggest you get some soundproofing. So I've already had the judgment made on me. And that would be the judgment made on him. But there is a bit more to it. But that's what I'm going to explain this, then I'm going to finish this. I'm a minister. I've already shared that bit. And I give meetings. And I give channeling like this online. I won't say I've got thousands of followers, but that doesn't matter. This is channeling, and I'm doing this as I'm doing it now, looking at my thing. I'm not mad. I'm not talking to myself, because I'm talking to an imaginary audience. This is actually a live video as well. So people, I can tell, there are actually 8 people. 1, 2, 3, 7 people watching this now. So it's to them, but it's not just to them. It's to anybody, even years later, that might see this video. But that's another trip. Yeah, right. Hypothetically, right. If I was stuck into a TV station, which had an audience of, say, in America, they've got loads of these. It's not like here, you try and get onto the BBC with something like this. Fuck off, you cunt. Right. But in America, oh, yeah, I mean, it's a land of opportunity and flex, broad-minded. Oh, you're a channel. Everyone thinks fucking nothing about it. There's hundreds of channels in America who claim, I have this angelic presence coming through me. And all the recent guy that did Time of the Sixth Sun. Sorry, your name's mislaid. But he's channeling a spiritual entity or angelic presence called Tobias. So that's in place. Boom. Oh, in America, this guy probably does get onto local radio stations and all that, and it's no thing. It's power to people. They think it's a lot of bollocks, they just don't listen. Get it? As an example. Well, same thing, if this cunt got to America, this is just word of knowledge. And I'm stuck on a radio station then just that with 10,000 listeners. The level of channeling that would come through would blow my bollocks off. Get it? Things would come through me that I've never or aren't aware of, or it's new to me. So I would have said, fucking hell, that sort of response. And that's a fact. And I've known that for years. So when I do this, okay, there's only 7 people, but then there's another trip to this. Again, my test of faith. It's not the people, Graham, that you're reaching out. Get it? There's your trip. Teacher of angels and men. Get it? But when you are channeling, you're bringing through teaching for the angelic kingdom. And they actually are the ones that doeth the work. So I can't get thousands of angels clicking, well, it might happen, clicking on my thing as a comment box, Archangel Michael, brilliant, Graham, and all this shit. No, it's limited to humans. But that is the trip. And that's what keeps me going. doing this for a few years. Oh, I've been trying to launch Black Unicorn for 10 years. The people, it's just they're not ready for it. And I can name drop. Pete Townsend knows about Black Unicorn and didn't do fuck all to help me. Sir Richard Branston knows about Black Unicorn and hasn't done fuck all to help me. Now, I can't say this, but I might not have got through to Madonna yet. So I've done a channeling for Madonna. And unless she's actually seen it, I can't say, well, Madonna's blown me out. No, but a thing's been put out. And I believe, again, the angelic kingdom take that and they will prod Madonna, however they do, because she's got angels, get it? And if it's right, she will get to see this. And if it's right, she will help because she can very easily do it. I'm after a group of women who would like to set Black Unicorn up. Now, this can be anywhere in the world. America perhaps would be a good place, get it, high tigger, for it to be done. Yeah. They might have slightly different, I'll do this for you, charity laws, right? That's the only trip. No problem. This outline, there it is, it's solid, it's not a figment of my mind, rare. And there's your artwork, because that's very powerful, the art of relief of suffering. This was channeled about 10 years ago. It's a good quality leaflet, we can see. And that's what was all done when they're printed at Findorn, in the spirit. Oh, no, I want the best quality paper. Well, it is. I mean, see, it's actually like, well, I can open it here. Oh, yeah, that's tough paper. See that? And it's lasted years. And this is on the Findorn Foundation's press hard disk, because it's all an electronic thing. And these can be printed again in seconds. It's still there. And there might be, a slight change. The email address is out of date. Well, I'm bung that in there. Anyone who's interested to find out about Black Unicorn, my email address and the only real means to contact me is Gampa, and I'll spell that, Ghampa, Gampa. It's a Tibetan word, means loving kindness. I am initiated into Tibetan Buddhism. That's another trip. Gampa77 @gmail.com. And I'd love to hear from you. I can easily also save me a lot of time. There are loads of videos, well, they're on here as well, but you'd have to be a formal friend. I don't know what the trip is about people accessing my videos here on Facebook, but I can look into that. But the thing is, they are also posted on YouTube under my extended title, Laird Graham Clark Knifebringer. So if you go to YouTube, tap that in, you'll be taken to my videos there. You will see quite a few videos of this, or even in the title, Black Unicorn. Well, I do actually go right through the Constitution and in the spirit answer people's questions. And as I'm picking up, things that might need to be clarified, what is a joint benefit, for instance? Well, it's simple, really, but it's humorous as well. You all know what a joint is, don't we? There. Right. I believe William Shakespeare, again, we don't know. William Shakespeare, I believe, channeled this. A very intelligent man, an initiate, very into the arts. And there's this quote, there you go. All the world's a stage, the men and women merely players, William Shakespeare. So that was channeled. And I didn't know, I was, there's a bit of mine, and the logo was designed. All these carry power, Black Unicorn. I just said to the guy, he was second in command, if you like, in the Findorn press. I just said, well, Black Unicorn. You design it, whatever you want, mate, it'll be fine. And I paid for his time, you design it, rare, and that's it. And that came through, even longer, right, That came through at the time of the Ethiopian crisis. You see the artwork. That was donated free. Believe in Leicester. I'm just sharing my heart with someone on doing this. And I said, Mancha, would you like to design me? Well, something to go on the back of the thing. And the art of relief of suffering probably came through. And that's his artwork. See, they're called artisans. An artisan simply is someone who has a gifted art form, but they love doing it. It is their trip. In fact, artisans generally devote their whole life. In fact, I saw a brilliant example of artisans. Yeah, brilliant. They're called, they've got rather a French name, but they could just like a circus. But they've got musicians, singers, and the majority of them are very athletic people, and they're doing these brilliant, I mean, just fantastic. Yeah, they are what Black Unicorn's about. Yeah, they're all art forms. Get their mime, their dance, their music, their singing, and you'll know what I mean. They call themselves a circus, but it's in French, and it was incredible. So the band's playing against it isn't a band, it's a sort of said in, this is a different trip. This is a multimedia events. And that's what they were, multimedia. They were dance, they were singing, they were music. So there was a band there, but it's not like you normally see rock band. No, it's a complete multimedia event. And they were telling a story, and it incorporated fairies. Right? Oh, it's brilliant. An old guy come on, he had this big pot belly, and he's holding this sacred staff with a fucking big crystal in it. It probably is based upon a fairy tale. Again, I don't speak French, but you don't need to. It's fucking brilliant. And they've got brilliant makeup, and they're a troupe, and they call themselves, well, I'd book them cunts like fucking hot shit on cunt. I haven't got any money to book them. I'd certainly invite them to open up. There you go, it's gone out. To be part of the first Black Unicorn event to raise funds for itself. That's the trip. As soon as Black Unicorn is formally grounded as a charity, see, there's your trip, Madonna. It's perfect. We immediately can organise an event to raise funds for ourselves, because that's the mantra. Any charity, and that includes us, if we can apply to Black Unicorn to have an event done for them. That's the whole trip of it. It's a resource of charities who would like to have Black Unicorn organise events for them, and they give us contact details, email, all the chat right there. And then it's a resource of actors, artists, bloody mime artists. It's not just musicians there who are prepared to perform for charity when they can, and their contact information, ideally an email address, right? And then there's another resource which is made up of people who would like to do workshops. So they come along to a Black Unicorn event, think, fucking hell, this is brilliant. I'd like to be part of this because it wants to expand, get it? So they sign up for a workshop. And generally it can be, you can't teach, we can, generally technical skills, lighting, mixing, get it? Will the workshops be? But they can also be workshops in how to organise things, because we are gained from experience. So a group of people, see, I'm waffling now, a group of people can approach us from France, as an example. Oh, we'd really like to set up Black Unicorn here. We've got this, that, the other, motherfucking the cunts and all the rest of it. And we would say, well, you must register as a charity. Generally, it can still be, should be the same name, but these are, yeah, it would be that. But each country has slightly different laws on what, to be a charity. So they'd have to do that. But there would be a branch of Black Unicorn based in Paris. But we would empower them They'd set themselves up. They can immediately get it, start organising events of their own existence. But the magic trip is a joint benefit. So what that means is that no, this is not a black unicorn event. Mind you, once the media get on board, it can be that. But at the moment, we're nobody, we're nothing. So to get people to come, it's a brilliant concept. You have a joint benefit. Oh, this is for Greenpeace. Oh, yeah, we know Greenpeace. And some, all that transparent, some of the proceeds, though, will go to Black Unicorn. Like, what the fuck's that? Well, they'll find out. Get it? And that will generate funds for the Black Unicorn Paris to get the things it will need. It will need to pay people wages. So maybe you might have to start off voluntary. Just maybe. Okay, let's go for this. We haven't got any fucking money. Let's get the show together. And then that money can come in. And then we can work out what we collect as a salary. But then 10% of our salaries is tithed and given to charity. And that's all up front. That's how it is. Well, we think, this is a fair salary for you, motherfucking 6 kids. I'll use that right. They're all women. But we will give you 10% extra, but we will expect you to tithe that. But they can choose what charity. Could be Black Unicorn. Get it? It can be any charity. They've got a pet thing and there's something going on in cereal, whatever the fuck it is. They follow their spirit. But that's the mantra. Everybody gives 10%. And you can even be a contract. Oh, yeah. This is it. And if you agree to this, you're in. If you don't, fuck off. Yeah, it would be like that. There might be a situation where it becomes very glamorous, although we're not into that, to be part of Black Unicorn, going down the pub. Oh, I work with Black Unicorn. No, yeah, I'm a fucking, doesn't matter if you're a toilet cleaner, get it? Oh, I just help, whatever. But I'm part of Black. That's a fucking trip. Because it is and will give you spiritual credit. Good karma. Get it? Yeah. Because you're part of something, get it, whose ultimate aim, function, is for the relief of suffering. That's its trip. So we're not here to generate money, commercial thing, but we are a non-profit charity. And there's nothing to stop you going and doing other jobs, get it? At the moment I give 5 hours a week to Black Unicorn and a salary's worth out a fair hourly rate, right? And the other I go and sell ice cream, whatever. Of course it's got to be flexible. Why? Because we are and have been under the powers of darkness. Now, instead of cunts jumping all over me and fucking, right? No. Oh, Black Unicorn. Sir Richard Branson. Oh, what's the yeah. This is supposed to be, I am having a go. Intelligent people, spiritually aware. Is he fuck? What's the cunt doing? Like a little kid. I'm going to fly around the world. Oh, yeah. This is what we've got to see. That these people are on childish. That's the only word I'd use. Glamour trips. I'm going to put together this space rocket and we're going to take people up to space. I'm going to run this train service. Get it? And when something like this comes into their attention, they're so sucked in by the powers of darkness and the commercialism, get it, as every other cunt. How he got awarded a knighthood, I don't know, but he must have done something. Get it? And a lot of that's just ego. The amount of people I've seen on Facebook recently, I've just given 500,000, not 4.5 million for the animals in Australia. Big deal. It's an ego trip, just a want publicity. And then I say to them, are you giving 10% to charity? There's every fucking week. Huh? They're not. They're not even at the status of being a practicing Christian. I couldn't give a fuck how many millions of hours. Bette Midler. Oh yeah, anyone that comes in this cunt's field of service, get it? They have a little article down on Facebook, right? Bette Midler's just given 4.5 million to the fucking... Yeah, okay. But do you give 10% love to charity every week? Well, then fuck off. You're not even covered by the blessing of being a Christian. And I do the number again on you. Some little cunt who's a toilet cleaner in India, get it? But does give 10% of what he earns to charity is more spiritually blessed than any cunt who may have given £4.5 million to things it's just a big ego trip, publicity stunt. Oh yeah, any of them. Robert Redford. Yeah, I mean, he's a good actor, all right. Get it? But a true artisan, there you go. In other words, an actor can be an artisan, means they do see their gift as a gift from God. It's a spiritual gift, and they don't get on a fucking big ego trip. Again, it's the media that do it. No. I'm a fucking good actor, yes, but it's a gift from God. So I personally don't take any credit. I'm grateful, and I do give 10% of my fucking earnings to charity. And I don't give a fuck what the media say, because they're the cunts. Oh, they're the cunts, the media. You get ridiculed. It's 10% of a fucking fundamentalist cunt. Sound familiar? Bob Dylan's been through this, done a brilliant record, Slow Train Coming, right? And check that out. It's not just lyrically brilliant, because all is right, a lot more, so wrong with our country, but whatever. But musically, you gotta serve somebody. You might be the president of the United States, a bit more, but you gotta serve somebody. And the lyrics are all about whatever position you're in life, you've either got to conserve the devil, okay, it's an allegoric, or the Lord. Yeah, you've got to serve something. As Jesus said, you're either with me or against me. So those that are with Jesus, get it, is making the trip double, will tithe. Give 10%, whatever it is. And then, as it's God's plan, we will relieve suffering very quickly. And that's what this is all a fucking about as well. This is a vehicle for people to be able to tithe. Right. Musicians give their time. Hi, Graham. Well, it won't be me, right? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We want to help and be part of this event for Oxfam. Oh, all right. Yeah. We don't want to be paid any money. Rare. We want to pay the expenses. Rare. We perform free. That's tithing. They're giving of their time. Right? And they can do this legally. So they might have big motherfuck cunt bosses breathing down their necks, managers, right? But it's actually financially in their favour to do so much work for charity, tax relief. But then they're tithing. And then they themselves, of course, can continue that mantra. Right? It's not right. For every £100 I earn, £10 goes to charity. And you can set this up with your bank. Get it? They control your earnings. Yes, you've got things to pay, but your actual earnings then you can instruct your bank, and it's all set up. You have a tithing account, which means 10% of your earnings are put into this account, and that account can only have money drawn out of it for charitable things. And you can even have another person allocated. That's how it's done. So you can accumulate. You happen to be on some tour or something and, 6 days show, just hypothetically off the top of your head, you can then go back to this account and you've accredited money and then you can just give it all away. That's what the Dalai Lama does. Yeah, the Dalai Lama has these meetings where people can come and offer obeisance and give him lots of fucking money, get it? And they come with the silk scarves and put his thing before the cunts have even left the building. It's a fucking big building and big queues of it. The money's already been allocated. If you watch the film of these events, there are loads of monks, and he just said, meaning that goes there and it's gone. So he's accepted it, and then seconds it's moved to somewhere else and it's already being distributed. It's gone. Get it? And they can give him gold-plated, diamond-studded, whatever, but it's sold. Turned into money. Just like that. Just like that. Ha ha, Tommy Cooper. Ha 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 ha, just like that. Ha ha. Yeah, it is just like that. And the Dalai Lama lives as a monk, goes to hotels on his sister. He has the most cheapest basic room. Get it? And if he's, well, that says it all. But if hypothetically someone invites him, a big walla fuck brain with a fucking big palace, of course, I mean, as a guest, it's the Christian way, isn't it? Oh, well, okay, very nice, fucking big room, right? And right, but okay, right, yeah, so no, I'll stay in the fucking shed, you know what I mean? There are lines, you know what I mean? Yeah, for convenience sake, he'll stay in this very smart room, right? But he's a monk. And yes, he has carers, he has people that might cook for him, he's getting old physically, and yeah, well, that's flashed in. Whew. But you cunts, this is word knowledge. Sorry about that. Right, you cunts are considering taking a hit out on the Dalai Lama, you Chinese fuck pig cunts. It's noted now. The angels watch everything we and you do. They are 10 years or ahead. You even contract someone, they will be dead before the ink dries. Now take us, that's in the angelic kingdom. And we know that is a possibility. Yeah. Oh, Chinese don't like the Dalai Lama. The Chinese fucked over Tibet. And again, they haven't got away with it. That's the trip. The angelic kingdom watches over everything that goes on. And even Chinese have angels, get it? Yeah. And they administer the judgment, get it? And they do protect the Dalai Lama. Get it? So he hasn't only got physical guards. This is a warning. Loads of people armed to fuck with machine guns and all. Yeah, he's got right. He's also got quite a large number of the angelic kingdom watching over him. And you can be the old who thing. I can see for miles and miles, or so can these cunts. And they can see in time for miles and miles. And you just inclinating it. Again, you just have to think this. Oh, I think we'll take this cunt out, right? It's already gone out. And you'll be watched like a fucking hawk. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, because this is getting, I am a lay Baptist priest. I am a channel. Right? But the down-to-earth bit of this is, see, I can't edit. I'm very sorry about that. I'm just me and I'm on my own, and I can't edit anything. I could, but it's, That's the way I'm worked to fuck. No rest for the wicked, mate. So this will go. I'll just say goodbye. Yeah, Matty. Yeah. Karifa. Yeah, Ditabina. Yeah, George. Yeah. Let's see. I recognise you. Yeah, you acknowledge. I just said yes. Well, you, Ayidia Rasilu. Mahatma Merlin. Yeah, right. And Tiger. Tigger Hewitt, local man. Now you, Ayidia Rasula. Get it? Are that close to me excommunicating you? That might not mean fuck all to you, but it means with a click of the mouse, boom, you're gone. Because you appear to be showing disrespect to me. You seem to be like a sneering cunt idiot. Yeah, a sneering, if you know what sneering means. Well, you're just a mouse click away, mate, from being excommunicated. No, I've got thousands of people who want to be my friend. Get it? And I'm not going to deny them that for sneering cunts like you. So you owe me an apology. You can say, fuck off. Yeah, that's your attitude, right? Well, then my attitude is you can fuck off. And it's just a mouse click away. And I can publicly expose you to whoever might know you. He's spelled Aydid, Aydederasulu. And he looks like a sniving, Snidian cunt who happens to be coloured. Got nothing about coloured people. But if he does happen to be a Nigerian piece of cunt shit, then you've been sussed. Because when I physically mark somebody out, again, the angels are hearing this. The angels will have a little look-see, suss you out, and they doeth the works. Now, that's a bit nasty. You might suddenly find you trip up and break your fucking neck. Don't know about that, mate. That's just a word I've brought. You might feel you get run over by a bus. Huh? Joke it. If I was you, you can even do it now. Little comment, sorry, one word. Don't ignore it at your peril. You know, I'm not God. The angelic kingdom doeth the works. But you've been tabbed. Not as if you weren't tabbed before, get it? I don't need to do this. I'm contradicting myself. Anyone that comes into my contact like you now will be watched like a fucking hawk. So my tip and my advice is to, Matty, can't you come through the comment box? Probably have. See, it's an old message. It's just saying Matty message you. Well, I'm just summing up, Matty, and then I will. Or I'll say you now. So, back to the original trip. Right, this is all my ministry. You know, if you don't understand this, go to your local Baptist church. Say this guy says he's had ministries of ministries. He moves in various spiritual gifts, rare, prophecy, word and knowledge, rare, and that sort of thing. Oh, he says he's also a member of the Spiritualist Church, rare, Gospel Spiritualist Church, rare, and was joined there when he was a young kid, rare. So he talks about concepts of channeling, rare, mediumship, rare, which is the same thing. Right. Because you psychiatric people are about as thick as shit. I wouldn't let you wipe me arse, right? So we go round in a circle. Dear Miss Shea Pickthall, thank you for your letter informing me that a Dr. Pretorius has arranged for a visit. Well, I've never met Dr. Pretorius. That's the first major point. Never met the cunt. Don't know him from Adam, right? And he's saying that you and your colleague Estiel Buchanan are intending to visit me on the 5th of February over my fucking dead body. I'm not interested. No, thank you, and fuck off. Because this doctor is out of order. Now, it might be fuck all. You might get in a Mr. Clark. I think you're overreacting here. This is just a general thing we do. But if you clearly indicated you're not interested, then don't worry, we won't be coming to visit you, and we give your visit to some other cunt that might need it. Yeah, probably are lots of old age mentally ill people, but I don't need your help at the moment. But I know where to get it. Thank you very much. Rare, because my space is sacred. Yeah, I don't let any cunts, so don't take it personally, come to my home here. Any cunt. Yeah. Postman comes, doesn't come into my house. Few other people don't come into my sacred space. Now, if you can't appreciate that, well, rare, tough shit. I've got every right as a practicing spiritual minister of God to say I'm on a retreat. At the moment, I want minimal contact with people outside in the world, and I'm on a Buddhist retreat. And Buddhists can go on to 3-year retreats, common as fuck. Take that up with a local Buddhist temple here. Oh, yeah, Sammy Ling. Oh, we've got a person here, rare, and he claims he's a Tibetan Buddhist, rare, and he claims he's taken refuge, rare, at Sammy Ling, rare. Is it common practice for Buddhist monks to go on a 3-year retreat? Well, it is actually. Oh, but how can you be on a retreat when he does pop out to his local co-op store to buy some food? Well, that's it. Same trip. I used to go to Elgin Library. But I wouldn't say that's a height of discourse. Go into the library. Hello, good morning. Right, that's it. End of the evening. Thank you. Bye. And that's it. And they can collaborate now. Oh, we know Mr. Clark, but he's never really talked to us. He keeps himself. He studies his books, brings in his camera, takes some photographs and shit, and that's it. In fact, he hasn't been for a few months, which I haven't. Legs been playing up, so I haven't even been to Elgin Library, but I would still consider that as me under retreat. Normal retreatants are put into a cell, but they have nuns, as an example, who look after all their physical needs. They will literally put food under the door, get it? And there will be sort of a, hi, here's your food, get it? And we'll check he takes the food, just in case he might be dead, get it? He takes the food, all right, he's all right. And that's it. Well, I don't have that luxury. And so I do go to the local co-op to buy food. Not every day, but it's just a touch out. And that's it. Oh, and I do talk to my goddaughter, but online. So it's not a physical contact, but yeah, because she's my responsibility. She's my family. Matty has 4 kids, and they come under my godfather protection, if you want. Yeah, they're my family. That's it. Yeah. So when I have excess money to my needs and I'm not paying Facebook, she gets every penny I can afford. And she's just had a tornado has flattened her home. It's only a temporary home anyway. So her original home was taken out by a volcano, get it? And she's with a community of people all in the same boat. So they all help one another. They won't let each other starve. She's got no money, she can get food. But I've just sent her some money. And it's obviously buy food, but also to start getting a home rebuilt. It's only a tin shack anyway, but whatever. And neighbours are putting her up, needless to say. I've had some lovely photographs of her and the kids and all, and that. So they're all right. They're not dead and they're okay. But But things like the electricity can get cut off and they have to sit around with candles, We in the West just wouldn't relate to this. This is a constant threat to people in the Philippines. Your electric can go. Your home can be flattened. I think it's to do with planetary warming. What the fuck's all that about, John? Oh, I'm being sarcastic. Yeah. We don't know half of what's really going on in the world. You would shit your knickers if you had all the planetary disruptions that are going on. They can't suppress things like in Australia are rare. That's just the fifth of it, not even the halving it. Yeah. And that is the planet, nature's way of saying something's wrong. That's a very famous, it's nature's way of telling us something's wrong. Yeah, that's years ago, prophetic again. Rock music, instrument of spirit, nature's way of telling us there's something wrong. It's about 10 or 15-year-old song. It's like prophetic, and those that had ears to hear fucking heard, and those that didn't and got their heads up their arse didn't. But it's been put out. It's an hour and a half. That isn't actually long for me, but I keep getting Matty message me. I bet it's a load of bollocks. It could be something, though, that she doesn't want to be public. So I think any other cunt can read all these things, right? So I am going to call off. I've been told just to phone this bitch, but I'll post it. I've got plenty of time. The meeting's supposed to be the 5th of February. So Monday morning, I shall be on the phone to them and I will record it. Oh, yeah, I can set my video going now as it is, then set my online phone, Skype. Well, I'm telling you, I'll entrap the cunts. Yeah. Oh, hello, it's Graham Clark here. RM, quote all of that. Yeah, I'm phoning about letter references and that. An obvious plight as fuckers first, but prepare for me to move into cutting word. Oh, I see. Well, I'm a bit confused. I've never met this Dr. Purvis, right? How come he's arranging an appointment for me? Legitimate question. Oh, this is just a process we do, Mr. Clark. Everybody over a certain age, we invite them. Get it? I haven't been invited. Would they like to have a visit? Then I point out, well, actually, I haven't been invited. I've just been told that I've got this visit. Well, can it be cancelled, please? And I'm not interested. Can it be recorded on video? And you're here. Everything. And then they show their true colours. Get it? Imagine, well, Mr. Clark, we've actually had complaints about you from your neighbour. Right? So you've got to say, oh, I see. And what's the nature of these complaints? Well, he says that you have been shouting things like, get behind me, Satan. Actually, I have. I do videos. And one of my most popular videos is a ministry I gave about the Garden of Gethsemane. And I'm sure if you know the Bible, in that instant, Jesus rebuked the devil. And I'm merely enacting it. Oh, so can you tell whoever it is, Dr. Singh, that everything's okay? And I've got a record of all these videos. But can you also tell that if my neighbour is disturbed, I suggest he phone me instead of wasting public money, instead of making ridiculous reports to people like you that I'm possibly mad. Tell him that's actually slanderous, defamation of character. I'm probably one of the most sane motherfuckers on the planet, but that's just my opinion. Now, this is just me in the spirit, how it can go. Yeah. Oh, I play their own games. I've done this many a time. Phoned up somebody. I haven't got to legally tell them it's being recorded or videoed, and have entrapped many people. Yeah. Generally people as officials on a big power trip. I'm very polite. I just say, oh, I see, and even conjecture, well, why hasn't Mr. Such and Such phoned me? Surely that's the normal thing to do. If I had someone that was disturbing me, I would phone them before I phone psychiatric departments and all the rest of it. Again, through gossip. Oh, it's like that in Lamb Bride. He's probably gone to some of his, oh, that cunt's a nutter. Get it? Oh, yeah, he's as mad as fuck. You ought to report him to the, community psychiatric nurse. Oh, I've had this happen. I'm all right. I was wrongly sectioned. Same sort of trip. Well, it wasn't actually. It's different, but yeah, same sort of trip. People abusing their power. And this was a local travel agent. Beaver Travel. How you doing, love? Rare. And I went into Beaver Travel as a lay Baptist priest, not as a terrorist with a machine gun up his cunt. Get it? Because that's probably what she put out. Sporty. So I went to book a flight. And as a priest, I was booking a flight to a war zone. But I couldn't fly to the war zone, but that's a trip. And the young assistant was okay. I said, well, I don't know exactly where I want to go, but I do. I know where I want to get to, but I don't know the name of the airport. Get it? And she very kindly looked for it and said, oh, well, this would be the airport that's best for you, very near the border. I said, oh, yeah, near there. And that's it. But we never finished the booking because Beaver Travel, the woman in charge, stuck her nose in. Why do you want to go there then? And being, over the top. My reaction was none of your fucking business, which he didn't. Get it? It's not. You could argue it was, but then all I did was say, well, fuck you, and I left. Perfectly free to do that. And on the strength of this altercation, the police were contacted, the psychiatric community, whatever they call themselves, get it, social work department were contacted. And on this woman's testimony, again, as far as I know, she isn't authorised to make a psychiatric assessment of any cunt, but probably had friends, get it, and happened to know a social worker who is on the, get it? And on this person's testimony, in which I didn't have a chance to rebuke and say what I've just said there, it's none of a fucking business. Yes, I'm a priest. No, I'm not a fucking terrorist. And I want to go there to minister and do my priestly duties, which probably would have been just ministering to the dead. Get it? War zone, rare. Very high chance you get killed, rare. And priests do this. And a lot of it is behind the scenes. So you've got your Red Cross and all that, yeah. But a lot of them are just like me, ordinary everyday priests who feel moved in the spirit. The spirit's telling me I've got to go over there and help. So I went to see my dad, who is like my guru. I've shared that. And I needed money. I ain't got the money to fly to wherever it was, right? And he gave me the money. So it's like him giving me his blessing. And he did put his hand on my head and said, God be with you. Bless him. And there's a few tears because he knew, I'm crying now, he knew he'd probably never see me again. Probably, yeah. But he gave me his blessing because we're both, he's a spiritualist, gone round the circle. There is no death. Different sort of character than your average cunt idiot in the street, get it? He knew, as I know, there is no death. There's change of form. Death, where is thy sting? Fucking hell, Grandma. Covering a bit of ground now, aren't we, rare? But this is what happens when you channel. Right? So I went down to see my father, not just down the road, about 500 odd mile trip. Lived near Southsea. Don't need to reveal things, but just near Southsea. No, sorry, Southampton. Freudian slip. It's different. Yeah, got a bit different. And so we met, we said our farewells, and I returned back, all the way back up here to Scotland, right? So we've gone right in a circle, and then went to book a flight. Had this incident with this woman, didn't like her, and probably did say, fuck you. You don't section someone for swearing. Perfectly natural reaction. She's pushing my buttons. She's sticking her nose up my arse, or where it shouldn't be. And I say, fuck you, and left. And the assistant can verify that. No, he didn't threaten her and all this shit, get it? Because that's what gossips do. They lie. They exaggerate. So they don't look like a cunt. And so they don't get taken to court. Yeah, she instigated someone to be sectioned illegally. Because what does it mean to be sectioned for you who don't know? So I'm driving now on my little scooter. I've gone to another travel agent, made a booking piece of piss because I knew the airport, get it. I got that from this previous thing at Beaver Travel. So it's just like, yeah, I'd like to book a flight, Inverness to such and such. And and it took a bit of a while to look it up and find a gap. Oh, as soon as possible, rare. Right, and I think I didn't even have to book a return, or I might have done, but whatever. And then the ticket, and I've got a ticket. So then I decide, go and see some friends down at Findhorn, say goodbye to a few people. Well, not goodbye, well, it is, isn't it? You go, could not come back. So I pottered down towards Findhorn. I come to the road, just outside of Elgin, but obviously before Forest. And there's a right little turning. And you can turn right, and then you're heading towards Findhorn. And it goes through a little village, but I couldn't tell you the name of it. And then you come out onto a main road. You turn left. Shop on the thing, and then you turn right. Traffic lights. And that is the road that goes down to the Findhorn Foundation. So I'm potting along. It's only a little, it's a 125 special scooter. People might know what you call a C scooter. It's got a roof. Brilliant design, and it's made by BMW. Not cheap, but it is just a little automatic scooter, 125, and maybe do 45 mile an hour flat out. Not built for speed, but for comfort and protection. So I'm potting along, and there's well, all right, So I just pull in and do this. Yeah, come on, they're in a hurry, right? And I made it easier for them to pass by stopping, good motorists, that's what you do. Right? And they stopped behind me. Here. Yeah. Here. So I put 2 and 2 together and got 6. These cunts are after me. Click. Well, not speeding. It's that fucking travel agent, Beaver Travel. Get it? Who's had her nose put out of place and has illegally lied to the police and whoever the fuck else to activate to get me arrested. Well, to put it lame, claiming I'm psychotic and off my head. No, I wasn't. Perfectly grounded. But got angry with a bitch. Can't you see the trip? Oh, and that's another trip. This is it. People like me, this is it. We're not allowed to get angry. It's an immediate excuse. That's what happened. For people to break the law and inject me and completely knock me out because I'm showing anger. Because that's exactly what happened. So I've shown anger to her. And maybe she has got some psychiatric training, or maybe through gossip, get it again. It was known to her that I'm a known person who's been sectioned before, get it, and who has got a psychiatric condition, get it. Well, that's all wrong. This information's supposed to be confidential, not blasted around the whole community. Every motherfuck cunt, get it, social worker, knows all about your so-called psychiatric history. Cunts like this, get it, the whole lot. No, I haven't been sectioned now for years. Oh, this was the last time I was sectioned, but it was illegal and I was released before the month was up. no apology, no explanation who had actually instigated this sectioning. Well, I know, Beaver Travel. Who were the people that administered it? About 2 nurses, a fucking social worker and a doctor. We'll do the story. So I'm popping along, pulling rare, waiting for them, they didn't. Then I sussed. This ain't right. Did you get like a word? No, Graham, go to Findorn. Go where you're going to get witnesses and we'll see what eventuates. That's what I did. Potted along, indicated, wasn't running away, and they probably thought, see, the police are innocent. The cunt's psychotic and he could make a run for it and kill himself, have an accident. So he just potted along behind me, no siren, get it? And that. And so that's what happened. I got all the way to Findorn, no piece of piss, potted along the road. You turn right, get it into the foundation, you got your Phoenix shop. They call it something, you go for a roundabout and then you potter up towards the Universal Hall. And I went up to the Universal, very slow, because again, this is a pedestrian area, 20 miles an hour. No siren, get it? They're just tucking along behind. Well, thought, he can't, he's fucked, he's run out of road. And I did, and then I drove a bike up, because it's a bike, get it? And there's a little gap in the fence. Couldn't have done it with a car, get it? And you turn left, and you're right in the Blue Angel Cafe's garden, outside garden, right in front of the cafe. So everyone in the cafe could see this, get it, and there are people out in the garden. And I stopped. Didn't get off my bike and run for it. So I'm doing nothing wrong. Then police come in. I'm handcuffed. It's very symbolic. Again, I'm on this bike and it's got a roof. Get it? So one hand's like there and one hand's like that, and I've got a policeman on the end of it, handcuffed. I think they've been told I was armed. They were scared. I could sense that. Again, all lies. Oh, yeah, I saw it looked like he got a machine gun sticking out his arse or something. Get me? Oh, yeah, he got a gun. This is a cunt terror. Get it? Now, that woman should be locked up and charged, wasting police. And me, wrongful sectioning. Well, I finished the story. So I'm like this, and they're squeezing the handcuffs, and I'm, ow, that hurts, ow! Yeah, because it did. Get it? And we're there like this for a few minutes. Well, they're sussing out what to do now, because I can't get out. Yeah, he's got a roof over my head, so one of them's got to release one arm, and I go out whatever direction it is. Get it? And it's all witness to fuck. All the people there, Findorn Foundation members, all will remember this. My scooter was left there for 3 weeks, get it? Because I'm sectioned that way, and so they had to carefully, bless them, cover it up. Get it? But it's more. So that's going on. I scream again because I put my arms on. I say they were shit scared. They thought I was armed. Again, this is gossip. Arm being squeezed, handcuffs being squeezed. Ow, ow. And I'm not resisting, but it's just them saying, you fucking draw a gun on me. You get me? Let me know I'm well gripped. Get it? Only because they're scared because they've been given false information. This is the trip here. Oh, yeah. When I get in the back of the van, I think they might have even taken the handcuffs off. Yeah, I don't know. But, there's none of this. That's it. They calmed down. Well, they'd seen it. Oh, cunt hasn't got a gun. They sort of might have tapped me down and that. And, oh, what the fuck's going on here? Because whatever they were told was lies, get it? And exaggerated shit, and that person should be held accountable. Especially when we see what then happened to me. What value do you put on someone being wrongly sectioned and locked up in a psychiatric ward for nearly a month? There's a decision for the fiscal to assess. Well, what compensation is this man due? Do we bill this bitch Beaver Travel? Won't be a few bob. She's got to be taught a lesson. Yeah. And should Mr. Clark be due compensation for the psychiatric nurses and the doctor that actually implemented it because they didn't fulfil proper protocol? I shared with the police, and that would all be, I'm going to get angry. I was sharing some perfectly natural reaction because I have wrongly been arrested, but not at you. You're doing your job, right? And you've been told whatever it is you've been told. And of course, they stunched, but they were listening. And when I do get angry, they're going to use that as an excuse to sedate me. That's completely knocked me out. And that's exactly what happened. And I said, I should be given a chance or an explanation of why I'm being sectioned. Yeah. Bit of discussion, Well, Graham, I'm sorry, and I would have, but we've been told this. Get it? Oh, right. Well, that's a load of bollocks and lies. Can I have an assessment, please? Meaning they don't inject me with drugs, that a psychiatrist is brought in there and then to get, and it all has to be recorded. No, this is a load of bollocks. Well, she said you threatened to get it. It all have to come out. She said you threatened her under that. Lies, get it? But I'd have had a chance to give my side of what has just happened and a chance to be assessed by a psychiatrist who would just have to ask me questions. Well, what do you think happened in the travel agent? And then he'd take it, and he could suss whether you're lying to him. And if he can't, he shouldn't get me. I just thought, that's what happened, mate. Yeah, I was trying to book a flight to go to Thing, and this woman stuck her nose in rare. I took offence, and I probably did swear. Sorry about that. Get it? You're sectioned because you swear at someone. Come on. See what I mean? And the store would come out and he'd assess me, and I was grounded as fuck. And I had a very rational reason. He may have asked, well, have you actually booked a flight? And I said, yes, I actually have. And then I laid a trip. Well, I'm actually a lay Baptist priest. And in my way of looking at things, the spirit wants me to do this, to go and visit this war zone and in a priestly role, minister. And that's what I feel I should do. And priests do work like that, right? Then the doctor said, oh, okay, yeah, you're over 18, you're perfectly entitled to go where the fuck you want. As long as you aren't off your head, as long as you aren't armed and intending to be a terrorist, right? Which it could have been all the other, which it clearly wasn't. And the police goes, oh, no, you search, hasn't got a weapon on him at all, so they're bollocks. Oh, you got a gun on it, get it? See, Mike, but this is obviously something like that was said. Just turn the trip around. Someone comes into a shop, there's a bit of an altercation, and the next thing you know, the person's being arrested by the police. And it goes further. It's then sectioned under the Mental Health Act. What assessment did they make of me? Fuck all. The only assessment they made was, well, Mr. Clark's a bit angry. But that would have calmed down in seconds. Just one of those idiot nurses that's about to get struck off that was smirking like fuck. As a woman getting, now hold on, Graham, calm down. Now, we're here, that's it. We're here because Mrs. Nutchafuck of What's It Travel, Rare, has said this. Then I'd have had a chance to refute that and say, well, it's a load of bollocks and lies. Then they have got to get a third opinion. Get it? So they're acting on this travel agent's statement. And then I'm saying, no, this is totally a load of bollocks and lies, and I want assessing now. Meaning a doctor's brought in, well, there was one there, and I'm calm, right? And he can assess me. Who's the king of China and all this shit, right? You just ask the reality check. Do you know but that's it. Do you know the president might say, yeah, do you know where you are? Yeah, you know what I mean? You're assessed to see if you're not on Planet 9 and based out the fuck. And you get so many rational answers back, and that's it. Oh, well, hello, Graham. You seem to be perfectly okay. Get it? So I'm not then injected with drugs, and more importantly, I'm not spooted up to fucking Aberdeen Hospital, well away from all my friends. Get it? Right, and that's what happened. But that didn't happen. So they've broken guidelines there. So they're sacked to fuck. I find out who the cunts are. They will end up end of career because they didn't follow definite guidelines. There was no assessment made of me. Get it? The police have verified. No, he was, once he got in the back of the van, and not even before that, he didn't try and run away. He just was obviously confused about why the police were stopping him. And actually he did suss right. They were intending to arrest him. He'd already been signed, sealed and delivered, yeah. Arrest the cunt, a decision had been made. Arrest him on sight. Yeah. I mean, you could argue, it probably is normal procedure, you know, you put your siren on, okay, you know, to make sure the person knows we want you to stop. Well, yeah, they would, so that's okay. But then when they refused to get out the car, yeah, they just sat in the car. Well, Mr. Clark, we've had it reported to us, whatever. Just sat, a verbal exchange. Well, that's a load of bollocks, right? Then the police have got to, well, I'm very sorry, Mr. Clark, but we have got to arrest you. Okay, can I demand as my right that an independent psychiatrist is called and that I am assessed or reassessed? Because someone has assessed me but hasn't done a good job, obviously, and are not qualified to assess me. Get it? Travel agent. Get it? And they'd have just secured my motorbike, you know, because it's right in the middle of nowhere. And I would have been taken very, you know, no handcuffs, get it? No need. Well, okay, drive me back to Elgin Police Station. And as I've already requested, a psychiatrist is trooped in to make a reassessment. And I'd have handled it perfectly. Oh, hello, yes, I'm Graham. See, I'm not angry at him, he's just a doctor. Yes, well, we've had it reported, Graham, that you're psychotic. Oh, I see, well, I'm not. Would you like to verify that then? So they ask you, again, repeat loads of questions, you know, who's your mother, what's your pet dog, all this sort of stuff, grounding information. Yeah, and... well, that's perfect, but that's it. Oh, where do you live? Yeah, 6 and 8 years old, rare. And some of the questions might not have answered, but that's acceptable. Oh, I'm dyslexic. Shit, like, you know, how many years have you lived in your house? I'd just say, well, this is just a guess. Not that I'm an idiot cunt, but, you know, I'm dyslexic. You know, about 10, 12 years, whatever. So that would be an excuse. Oh, okay. Then, I don't know, they ask you things like, who's the head of the political party? And I might not even have known that, but that's I don't know, some cunt. No, I mean, I'm not right, but you know what I mean? Questions to assess that I'm grounded, I'm here and now, and I'm not spaced out on some cuckoo fucking trip, psychosis. And that would have been assessed, and then should have been released with some kind of apology. And then I'd have had the perfect right at that juncture. Well, look, can I have this woman's statement? Because I might want to take a civil action against her. That's this travel agent. You know, yeah. And they would have had to have done that. Well, they could have refused, but it wouldn't have looked good when I went to the press to make my formal complaint. and name this bitch as a piece of shit and shouldn't have a license to be a travel agent and all the fucking rest of it. Oh, yeah. But it didn't happen. Anyway, I'm going to fuck it. So I have been wrongly sectioned. I have been released. Never got an apology, and more importantly, never got an explanation. But I can ask for that explanation. And here's the other trip. The sectioning might have been wiped off the records because technically I wasn't sectioned. You understand? So I'm arrested, I'm put into a hospital, but then the section was squashed. I get to see a civil rights not a lawyer, but a civil rights mental health worker, very qualified, and did give me an elaborate interview and did have the power to get my section squashed, and it was. I was released. But I repeat, got no explanation. Why was I sectioned? What had this travel agent said? Because if she'd lied and deliberately distorted the truth, she's cost probably thousands of pounds, whatever it cost to section someone, and police called out, and the doctors get it, and all the rest of it. And the bitch should, well, that's what the fiscal would do if I'd bill the bitch. Okay, you've caused such and such thousands of pounds. I'd also have awarded me compensation. You've caused Mr. Clark to be locked up for 3 weeks when there was no grounds actually for him to be locked up, so a fee would have come out of that. That's £5,000. How do you intend to pay? I'll give the bitch some time, but I think in cases like that, I'd have got my 5 or whatever grand, and she would have to pay back the courts, however much she could afford. Yeah. I probably have been this in previous lives. Yeah. I've been a lawyer. Get it? I've been someone that's this. Right? And that's, well, whether you accept that or not. Yeah, I've had many lives, as we all have. But you might not accept that, but yeah. Also, I've got guides and helpers that have been this. Get it? You know, thing like Porsche, yeah, these people are there and they're coming through and impressing me with these speculations, because that's all they are. But I know we are right. That woman was out of order. I'm due compensation for wrongly being sectioned. The police aren't to blame. They were lied to, and they have got to react. If someone with the appropriate authority, and that's questionable here, says, I believe this man might have a gun, okay, we all make mistakes, but then it's found he didn't, and then it's again the fiscal decide, well, was this a reasonable assessment? Or is this woman fucking a nutter and she needs fucking locking up and assessing? Get it? Case of the pot calling the kettle black. Well, I probably got a bit paranoid there. And I thought, well, I didn't have anything like a gun, get it? No stick, no nothing. Get it? Completely searched, obviously patted down, fuck all. So maybe she is, bless her heart, in need of psychiatric treatment herself. And maybe she needs help for a paranoid disposition, and that she needs sectioning and put under psychiatric care and drugs. Yeah, I'm not that of a cunt. I mean, if she's in psychiatric help, bless her heart. But I feel the state, call it what you owes me some kind of compensation. Again, it's up to you, the people. This sort of thing would go to a thing and the people would decide. Well, yeah, he had 3 weeks of his life. Yeah, okay, it was a mistake. Yes, and bit of pain when he was handcuffed. Yeah, the humiliation, rare. In front of people. Again, the police couldn't help that, rare. They were wrongly forward. But a price could be put on this. See, I'm imagining I'm now the fiscal. Well, how much did all this cost? You know, cost the policeman coming out, the van, the whole trip, thing where the cost of what it costs the community for me to be put in a wing for 3 weeks. I think it's about £1,000 a week. I don't know. It's costed about £1,000 a week. So there's £3,000. And this bitch should be made to pay it back, even though she is psychiatrically fucked up and in need of care or whatever. That's life. You know, you're not a kid. Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Whatever the fuck she is. Don't know her name, head of things. She's a businesswoman, right? You've just cost the community so many thousands of pounds. What with Mr. Clark's thing? I'm going to make a judgment that you've got to pay that back. And if there was any compensation awarded to me, again, that's up to the people. Well, let's think this through. If I'm a working man, although I'm not, and I'm curtailed against my will for nearly a month and in a psychiatric wing, well, how many people do you think could successfully go back and continue working and keep their job? Well, that's what we're talking about. Again, that's how it's got to be fairly assessed. Well, Mr. Clark could have lost his job. And his whole life could be fucked because of gossips, get it? Oh, he's put in a psychiatric wing, yeah, he's a fucking nutter. Because that's how average people just see it. Yeah, arrested, didn't you? Oh, right. In Findle, loads of very dramatic, they handcuffed him and, dragged him away as if he's fucking King Kong cunt terrorist. Yeah, rare. I'm fucking off. It's over 2 hours. I do apologise. I will probably... Well, I don't see. This is my record. This is my proof. I've covered every single avenue. And the major element is, well, Mr. Clark, your neighbours complained about you shouting and rebuking the devil. Well, I've never done that after 10 o'clock at night. I am aware of certain rules. I could have a fucking fucking party going on here, and the police won't do fuck all until 11 o'clock at night. Then they'll very politely come around because that's the general rule, get it? And I've never done that. So this cunt hypothetically may have rung the police, and their correct response will be, well, I'm very sorry about that. Again, I would say, well, have you spoken to Mr. Clark about this yourself? Again, it's all money. Police have got to come out. No, they won't come out until after 11 o'clock, and it's never been there. Then they might say, well, I'm sorry, because that's the law. I suggest you just get some soundproofing fitted. If Mr. Clark phoning up his relatives in 3 a.m. is disturbing you, and if Mr. Clark occasionally doing one of his channeling educational videos about certain things and where he does rebuke the devil, because he's actually acting out, right? That, and maybe get a minister to see the cunt. And so some cunt who's just a run-of-the-mill fucking Baptist priest would say, oh no, it sounds like Graham's doing a video and it's about the Garden of Gethsemane. And in fact, they even know because these are posted. And then again, it's a circle. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid as the law stands, unless you want to take a civil action against Mr. Clark, because that's what I was told. I went to the police and said, I'm being slandered. Sorry, that's a civil action. The same trip. This guy's getting fucking his head done in, and there's obviously karmic reasons for that. Rare, he probably is running an illegal fucking business from his home, get it? There probably are diving gas bottles being moved around, above my head and being stored in a domestic dwelling when they shouldn't be. Get it? He's got something to hide. And that would be his only option. And the police don't have to waste public money coming round here. That's their answer to him. Well, it isn't after 11 o'clock. And well, why didn't you phone Mr. Clark? And then Mr. Clark might give him an answer he's not expecting. Oh, well, yes, I do this, right? But what about these fucking gas bottles I hear you moving about? Right. Oh, well, I see you're a diving instructor. Fretting. Um, oh, well, maybe I should go to the council. That seems fucked. Yeah. So I knew it now. Not exactly. Come round and they do find you storing fucking gas bottles in a house, domestic dwelling. And he's fucked. Anyway, I am going to fuck off. Over 2 hours, so bye for now.